Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. So I was looking over here at the skills, and I guess what it comes down to is they've done a pretty decent job of splitting the expansion as far as the storyline required skills you have to get, because you start off with the attack, which you have to have in the game. Then you get a wall jump that helps you jump. We've seen that jumping is a huge factor in this game. Then you get a charge flame, which is an attack. Then you get a double jump, which improves your ability to jump. Then you get the bash ability that, in part, I would say is mostly around improving your ability to jump even more. So that's kind of backwards. Only recently, like perhaps 2 or 3 hours after getting the bash abilities, have I realized that you can use it even slightly to attack enemies. Then you get the stomp attack. So these two are probably out of the order. Would have been probably better to get stomp first, then bash. And then we're going to get Kuro's feather. And we're probably only using that for like one area at most. That's my suspicion, at least, or a few areas inside the map. And then this looks like this is going to be a wall grab ability, and this looks like some kind of new ground pound ability, and this looks like some new attack ability, and this looks like the Metroidvania style run. Another thing that occurred to me is when you come over here and try and change difficulty, it says your leaderboard and future achievements will reflect the easy difficulty. It's a problem, certainly. Like, you can't have somebody start a game and start on hard and then not be able to drop down to easy if they can't cut it. Like, and in all fairness, this game, I probably would not be able to cut it if I was playing on hard, although I'm not sure what really changes so much. Do I have to press X twice as often on hard to do twice as much damage? Or is the underlying engine that is helping me accomplish some of these jumps that I totally feel I can't actually accomplish if left up to my own devices? Perhaps that gets more difficult. But then you have the achievements element. So that's a problem too. Either they need to this is not really where I'd want to warm up here. Alright. So I've gotta take these guys out. Like, see, you can redirect that at the guy and try and hit the guy. It's not particularly the easiest thing to do, and I am just so short on health right now, and I don't really want to really don't want to take out and rekindle again. And my distance attack on these it's not particularly good. Of course, I guess if I'm against this wall, I can take out this guy as long as I maintain a somewhat distance. Come on. Alright, we'll use a save, and then that'll at least get us far enough. Take that guy out. And then I don't think you can even hurt these guys. I think you've got to pound them. Alright, And then at that point, once you've got the shield off of the character, then you can take him out. Alright. The problem, though, is that this puts me here, which I still don't know if that is the right way. These guys are bad. These guys are too tough. Like, all that upgrading, and it really hasn't done enough for me. Is there a map stone anywhere close to here? Because we have this weird map stone, and I don't know even where to put it. I guess the map stone doesn't even tell you if it's completed or not, so it could be that it's the one down in this general direction, or it could be that it doesn't even matter. See, that's Valley of the Wind, and this is Sorrow Pass, so I'd kind of assume that. Yep, and we are just going up this ability tree. It doesn't make enough sense to continue to try and improve things. Actually, alright, I need this guy to attack. Like, he has a very long distance attack. Yeah, if I was going to reach this height, I needed that. Unfortunately, I don't think that gets me high enough. Like, this guy's not going to... Yeah. So that's not far enough either. We need to go this direction. Yeah, we're gonna have to just work our way to the right and backtrack. And do we have a energy gate anywhere close to this point? Not really, so this is the direction we'll go. I missed a collectible up in that area, but I don't think I'll be able to get it. Plus, we've just spent too much time fussing with trying to find collectibles. Alright, well, I guess we'll save there. And I don't think we can upgrade this. Hey, we can. Alright, so halves the cost of Soul Link. So now when I Soul Link, it very possibly only costs like a quarter of an energy instead of half of an energy. Darn it. Am I going the right direction? Yes, I am. And we don't have to worry about staying underwater? Even though he does still make a gasping sound. effect. There's a crystal up in that general direction. I probably shouldn't have done that. So my health is back up, but my energy is low. Alright, and if I can get really lucky, I can do something like that to get up that high. And that's about as far as I can go with it though. Because I don't have the thing that would be needed to go any further. Also don't think I have the ability to get up that far. Like, I'm really surprised I was able to get that. Okay, we need to save. Which... I hope I didn't miss any secret thing over there. Just really struggling here and hoping I'm going the right direction. I think I am going the right direction, although I think I probably overshot it and probably didn't need to go this high for general reasons. I probably, like, at this point, let's see. So this is probably an area I want to save. And then by the looks of it, it seems like that's probably an exit. And so now the question is, do I want to die and go back up, because I did see something that looks like it was collectible up there, and then come back to this area? It would be kind of nice if there was a way to just reset yourself, but instead you have to basically just drop down to this area and let them just hit you. And I have collected so many healths now, it's a hassle. I guess you would have run into that danger before in some other scenarios. Like, it seems like I'm so close, and then I really am probably not that close. Can I just walk into these guys and die faster? They like to run away from me as much as I'm trying to run towards them. Alright, shoot straight up. Shoot up this way. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna make that looking over there now. That's just not gonna happen. Because it's just spikes. So we can take that collectible. And then we can just... Well, we kinda don't need it. It feels like they were implying that there would be some kind of updrafts, but I'm not really seeing those updrafts. Yeah. So that may just be something that we run into later. And we just need to move on to an area. Next area with the next group of slightly more powerful enemies. And get into Misty Woods. Yeah. Probably didn't need to do that. Are they making a commitment here to not letting me see what's on this map, even if I do have the map piece? Because if that is the case, then they are basically violating what we've done up until this point. And it stops making this large, like this large map, one world map concept, which honestly, I think the scale of each room, if you were to individualize each little square as its own room, I think the scale of each room is bigger, but I think there probably are fewer rooms in this than in later Super Metroid games, or almost certainly Metroid Prime. Although maybe not on Metroid Prime's case, because I wouldn't be surprised if there actually wasn't too much. Let's listen to some. The Shroud Lantern, this mysterious hail bells out its steam. If we find a way to light, the path might clear up once again. Okay. So we kind of have to see if we can blow it up. X is not working in this area. So blowing it up is not a solution. Is there? Like, this one doesn't really shoot out particles that can be redirected. So that wouldn't be the solution. I think like those particles can be redirected, certainly, but not any real angle that I'd be able to succeed with. We leveled up when we got enough experience, and so that reset everything. But we need 3 ability points to get triple jump, and then ultra defense I think is the next thing that we want. So it's pretty obvious they're going for a spooky forest theme. Since for the most part this has just been a rather standard This really has been a rather standard forest areas on top of forest areas. Like it's not really surprising that, like, yeah, let's zoom out here. Yeah, it's just been like forest, giant tree with water coming out of the top, which we can now see on the over map. More swamp, forest. I kind of get the nature feel here. I can't legitimately make an argument that there should be an urban environment with like human buildings and such, but probably should be something that feels a lot more cavey and a lot more consistent as a cave. That was a mistake. I might as well just die because that did so much damage to me. Like, there's this plant, which this feels like maybe if we had a infinite run ability, maybe we would run through all of those trees. Alright. So something way up there decided to attack me with the double jump. And apparently I am supposed to be convincing that thing to shoot at me and just listen for the sound effects and then bash it. And this is gonna suck, because I need to get on some solid ground and then just immediately like, this feels like you very possibly wouldn't have your double jumps in line. And if you didn't have your double jumps in line, okay. Use right trigger to midair glide with, I guess that might be the trigger here, is that you're just gotta hold on for dear life. That's crazy. So alright, this is apparently I'm still on unstable ground. Alright, so just like total insanity there. It does potentially open up an idea for some of these other areas, but probably not a lot of them. The idea of just kind of gliding to get where you want to go, or just to wait until something decides to attack you, it's not an intriguing idea. And boy is this annoying. It is rather annoying to not be able to see any of the map. That felt like that was going to be something later. So it almost seems like a certain idea that they were going with here, that they wanted you to be able to collect a lot of stuff before you got to this area, just because this area is going to turn out to be such a hassle. And we can definitely see how that double damage is not gonna pay off. We found a key, but I don't see a door. I haven't seen a door. Apparently there was a key somewhere. Did this world just shift? Something's weird here. This is not the way we came. By no means was this the way we came. So I don't know if we're going through a trippy drug sequence, which I would argue we probably are. There's a part of the deceived the mist, they were lost in the woods. Now this is a different direction. See how this really feels more like a cartoon or something that they wanted to tell, a animated short instead of a video game. Ashtu's torch, it was lost in this place. If we carry it to the shrouded lantern, it might show us the way. Okay, great. How do we carry it? How do we even get to it? We have a fire thing here that doesn't seem like... We'll make sure that doesn't break. So yeah, this is just swapping all over the place, and we now know clearly why they couldn't show us the map. Because if they had shown us the map, it would not have made any sense. I'm gonna die. There's something this way. An ability orb. And I guess the trick here will be that they will now have to make a special effort to redo this whole world a second time. Because obviously once we destroy the whole mist section, we can't just wander confused in the mist again. This also feels like this is probably the dungeon. It would be a little weird if it wasn't. I guess the idea here is also to probably not have you like, yeah, this is a weird experience to have so late in the game, and it would be weird if there was another dungeon right after this. And more it becomes a factor of not really wanting you to can I hit that, get up here and blow up this? Yes, I can. These guys are becoming too frequent. But they are also allowing me to grind, so I can't complain about them too much. Still can't really check the map, and it's fairly obvious I've become rather addicted to checking the map. Oh, there's a tree there. Didn't realize that. I thought I could just work my way through that. So you have to do something like that. Yeah, it is really helpful now to be able to save fairly often and regain your health. But it does totally feel like this was gameplay that they experienced way earlier. No, that's not what I mean to say. It feels like when doing any quality assurance in here, they played the late part of the games, or they had all the abilities unlocked from the beginning of the game. And so they got good in quality testing, and they forgot about the kind of frustrating first 4 or 5 hours. Let's see, yeah, we're at 5 hours and 30 minutes. I would say at least the first 4 hours, if not, maybe if I'm generous, 3.5 hours of this game. Super frustrating because we didn't have all these abilities. Now that we have the abilities, it's getting a little bit easier, but not even particularly that easy. Tetsu used to climb mountains high atop Sour Pass. When her brother torch faded, she fell to the midst where she lost her path. Okay. We're getting a lot of backstory on characters we don't see besides their tree forms. We've learned how to climb. You would have thought that would have been learned a long time ago. Press and hold the right trigger when you're against the wall to travel along its surface. Yeah, that all of a sudden makes the game super easy. So you just walk here, and you just walk all the way up, and you pretty much just hold the right trigger at any point. When holding right trigger against the wall, you travel along its surface. We can see over to the right there's some kind of new plant-based creature. That seems to have some weird timing to it. Alright. Is this the right way to go? Like, I kind of don't know. Like, maybe that's the right direction? Maybe I'm supposed to go here? Maybe not? Alright. I think they probably wanted me to do something with that. Not exactly sure. This guy just drops and hurts you. This guy drops and hurts you. So I'm uncertain as far as what I was supposed to do with that guy. We've had these keys and we've had these map piece function. Are these guys just gonna stay or what? Like, really? I get near it and then it disappears. And then sometimes it chooses not to disappear. And then who knows? I'm still mashing a ridiculously large amount of X buttons. Alright. I really didn't need this in my life. And I'm trapped in the spikes in that case. It seems almost like you take this distance from them, and it's not anything as fast or as nice as being able to bash. Like, I would really prefer to just be able to bash right now. It seems like what happens is every two A's I do swaps them. Yeah. This is terrible, terrible programming. It has nothing to do with the distance. It's you jump once, they move. That's it. That's what triggers them completely irrationally. So if they're not suited, now I believe this is probably scripted. Yeah, this feels very scripted. Let's go ahead and save and then break the crystal to get more crystal. Then we've got another key. I guess we can save. We need like one more thing. And the forest is just gonna shift and be weird again. Good thing I managed to save. Okay. So we'll just save here. Double jumps, oddly, don't seem like they are part of the solution here. So, am I supposed to fall off this side like that? I think I am. Because if I had pressed A, that would have killed me. And this looks scripted and perhaps timed. Alright, triple jump now unlocked. And we will hope that the ability to triple jump will prove itself to be useful. I think you kind of just have to walk until you get to this point. Alright, so Ultra Defense still feels like the next thing we should unlock, and it would have been really bad to have spent the extra marker points to unlock these three abilities for this section in particular, since we're not seeing the map at all. So yeah, Ultra Defense reduce the amount of damage inflicted by enemies. That probably doesn't even really matter. It probably would be better to just increase the amount of damage we do in general. But yeah, the way this is written, it says enemies, whereas spikes are the things that are really doing the most amount of damage. So I probably should just start upgrading this all the way up to that path. And yeah, how much more of this are we gonna do is, I think, a valid question to ask. I guess I'm supposed to kill that guy. It still kind of feels like we would need one more key. Alright, there was a savior point. They want me to basically go down this direction, shoot myself. These characters are basically here just as solutions. I think I probably missed something as a side quest, but I'm willing to overlook that. Again. It doesn't look like There's another key. We've never seen a door have more than 4 keys. So another ability point. Although that wasn't a full ability point, that was just a collection of them. And now we're in trouble. I screwed myself up there. So I need to shoot myself in that general direction, I guess. Shoot, I should have saved. Well, now that we kind of know where we're going, it becomes less of a hassle. Let's just not die. There we go. I guess we'll have to go a little over just to see this whole section through, because this would be an awkward space to stop, although not really. So this sure feels like a tight place to have to do some jumps. And I guess now that you can hold on to the ledges, you get a little bit more consideration there, but not a lot. It still is fairly easy to get into a section where your life will just be low. And we are not anywhere close to those torches. Seems like we've kind of gone in circles. Yeah, it seems like there's kind of nothing over here. So yeah, I'm not sure which how much more of this is there. Like, this is a whole door. Alright, let's save here. We can't go any further. We're 5 minutes over. Apparently we found 94% of everything in this area. It doesn't strike to me like like there's gonna be a secondary area as far as a separate internalized section. We didn't go inside a tree this time, we just went inside the Misty Woods, whereas Sorrow Pass seems to have quite a lot of secrets hidden around it. And if we would look at the other things, we've mostly collected everything except for the Blackroot's Burrow, which is DLC, and it looks like there's probably an area below Misty Woods. As for actual progress that we made in this episode, not as much as you would think with the numbers, where you're getting the number of deaths up higher and higher still. But we basically found no life improvements and no energy improvements at all. We haven't found the item that we need that is marked as a world event. So it feels like we're going to find that item and then almost instantly use the item to open up Misty Woods so we can actually see what collectibles are. It seems like it's very believable that we could rather quickly unlock the next ability, because hanging on the walls and being able to climb does help, certainly, probably a lot more than Kuro's Feather will, although there are definitely some scenarios where all of those abilities will help. Climbing definitely is better. We still have a lot of doors in places that we don't know how to break. This is probably the next actual dungeon, so we may actually have a whole dungeon to do. Yeah. And all the little things we haven't collected, I still don't feel like we could collect. Getting up higher, even with the triple jump, which was an optional function, doesn't actually help us with a lot of the things. Triple jump really is just an assistive technology at the moment. Yeah. So it's gonna be, I guess, a little bit more of the same. We'll probably see some more of what we've been seeing for the past hour or so, which is a lot of spikes. There's a ton of spikes in this game, a ton of thorns. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see any special walls outside of the Misty Woods at all that summon when you jump. And I wouldn't be surprised if we find that wall climbing really doesn't help that much outside of this area also. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.